Hello, everyone. My name is Natalie Ledwell, and this is the Inspiration Show. Today, my special guest is coming to me all the way from Romania, and we're going to be talking about a luscious lifestyle and how you can create one for yourself. So please welcome my guest, Cristiana. How are you, Cristiana?
Hi, Natalie. I'm glad to meet you and glad to meet everyone watching this video.
Yeah, it's
Hello,
wonderful
everyone.
to be here with you. And I know it's like 10 p.m. No, 10. What time is it over there? It's quite late, is it?
It's 10 p.m. Yes, at night. It's the most late interview I have, so I'm glad to be with you.
Excellent, excellent. So what we might do is, at the beginning of the interview, is talk about your story, your journey. Like, I can't imagine that there are a lot of people in Romania that are doing transformational work like this. So I'm really interested to hear what your journey is leading up to this point.
Yeah, actually, for Romania is a time of big changing. People are coming back to their spirituality, coming back to their inner core. Many people now are awakening, so to speak. And my journey has been a little close to that. I was working for years and years. I had been working in management as a manager in event organizing industry, and I was all about success, social success, and business success. Many of you might know that. Until I figured out that I have to harmonize myself, my state of mind, my inner spirit, to get back to balance with all the areas of my life, not only my uh, career. So it's then that I started using this transformational program that I'm teaching today. It's a step program that actually changed in my life and changes the life of everyone touching it.
Right. So was there a specific event or something that happened to you to make you realize, wait a minute, there's more to or to the material stuff and things that I have in my life?
Well, I've always dreamt of proving there was more. When I was a kid, I was telling kids at school that we are all energy. I don't know where I knew that from. I guess I remembered it or something. But with years, I stopped focusing on that and started focusing on business success, like everybody does. We are all taught we have to have achievements in life, personal and career achievements, and that's fine too. But what changed my view was that my health was not so good at some point. I was working 6 to 7 days a week, 16 hours a day maybe, and very goal-driven woman I have been. So my body was not agreeing with that rhythm. I was not in touch with my body and with my feelings anymore. I started having health issues. So that's what made me reorient my priorities, so to speak.
Great. So where did the inspiration from the Luscious, lifestyle program come from? Were you a student, of other transformational leaders?
Yes, I have been very lucky to meet spiritual people, spiritual coaches in Romania and Australia also, that have taught me about this rebalancing program. I started using it 5 years ago. I included in my life tools, transformational tools like meditation, getting in touch with the quantum field, reassessing my diet, lightening up my diet, um, having more time in silence, more time in nature, and all that. Uh, Thinking about selfless service and applying it whenever I could. And all these steps that have been including in my day-to-day life changed, repatterned everything in my life, from my career to my relationship patterns to my living place and everything. Everything have changed since then. And from a business manager, very, very goal-driven, I have become a holistic therapist now for
Excellent.
some years.
So do you work?
Yeah.
Do you work with people? Do you have a practice? Is this how you work with people?
I work with people in two ways. I have one-on-one healing sessions with a technique that I call soul healing, that is connecting to the other person's soul and connecting to the source or the creator in order to do the healings.
Mm-hmm.
It's a more detailed technique, but now I only focus on that in our interview. And I also do workshops and conferences where I teach people my healing methods, because I have been, to answer to your previous question, I have been studying Oriental techniques like Chinese medicine and Indian medicine, Indian meditational techniques that have led to this whole practice that I do now with people. And I am also teaching that. But this program especially comes from a master, Australian master, that is called Jasmuheen. It's a wonderful woman that for many, many years has only been fed by light. So no physical food. That's her conscious state. And that is teaching this program all around the globe, and has invited me to teach it also in my country and in other countries where I can get to people.
Great.
So
So,
that's my information.
sorry. So the luscious lifestyle. So I think what you're saying is that you're working with people to help them become more aligned and more connected to who they really are, because
Yeah.
we're not this body, we're not the things that we collect in our life, we're not the stories that we tell ourselves about where we came from, we're the soul that's inside. So I'm assuming that the program is really helping them connect more with that and to create a spiritual practice in their life.
Yes, it's actually very, very simple steps that can be included in the day-to-day life that lead you to actually see what you really are, to get in contact with what you really are, get beyond the physical body, the day-to-day problems or situations, get more clarity in your life, get better relationships from that core of being, from that beingness, from that state of I am that we all talk about when we refer to spirituality. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And
Right.
it's 8 simple steps that can be actually practiced daily without giving extra time to it. We can include them in the day-to-day activities. Like,
Right.
for example, meditation, we all see it like sitting on a chair, cross-legged and all centered. But we can meditate even when we drive, even when we cook, even when we do other activities. We can stay centered and talk from that area of our being. And that's meditation. That's self-awareness, for example.
Right. So, and what it also sounds like it sounds like you're talking about being present,
Yeah,
being aware.
it's a state of presence and of awareness that can be achieved by this luscious lifestyle program. It actually leads us back to our core essence, to our divine one within, like the spiritual masters say.
Yeah.
And
Because it's amazing. So it's amazing that when you're present like that, that even something as mundane as cooking a meal can become a completely different and amazing experience.
yes, and it's also the food you make is an experience of holiness for others, because you actually charge that food and that activity with your presence and with the light presence that you have in those moments. And that food can actually become healing for the ones who touch it, you know. And all your presence in life can become healing or enlightening or life-changing for people from that state of awareness. That's amazing, actually. And it's
Yeah.
very simple thing to achieve. We now need simple tools. We are too busy for complicated things. So this program is the KISS method. Keep it sweet and simple, so to speak.
I love it. So tell me about some of the type of people that you've been working with.
The type of people were from students or youngsters, even kids. I actually have transformed this program into um, inspirational program for kids at school to help them eat better, play better, and think better, and get in touch with their natural abilities of healing and transforming their lives. So from kids to adults like 17 or 18 years adults, older and older, that want to stay young and want to stay healthy. So it's no limit to that. We can all be aware at some point in our lives, and we can start at any age. So it's no limit to this teaching, or to this going back to the core of our being.
And it's never too late.
Never too late. Some people say to me, well, I don't believe it's the right time for me. Maybe when I'm older. Others think maybe if I were younger. But that's all excuses that the ego or the personality tries to find to postpone things. To postpone being one with your essence, or to postpone being centered, to postpone being balanced. It's very simple to get there. That's a
I know,
message.
and I can't imagine why anyone would want to put that off.
Well, because you're there, but we have to reach a hand to those who don't remember yet, and I thank you for doing that. I've seen these other shows you made, and I thank you for doing that. You really helped with that. And it's also about the theta. I want to tell you about the theta state that you are talking with your mind movie videos. This program is helping us get into that theta state where we can actually change things instantly. By being more balanced, by being more present, by being more aware of what happens to you, by including all these activities in your day-to-day life, you can easily switch from beta to alpha and from alpha to theta, those being the mind rhythms that change our thinking patterns and our life rhythm. So it's
Absolutely.
far more easy if we change our lifestyle in the first place.
Absolutely. So can you
Yeah.
share an example of a transformation that you've seen with someone that you've been able to work with this program?
Yes, I'd be glad to. I've started teaching this program seriously, because I was telling to people and friends and all that. But the first workshop that I did on this program was in last year's November, when I decided, well, it's good now I'm prepared enough to share it with people. And there were some people in my workshops, one in a wheelchair, another was a very, I would call him lost boy. He was at the end of his power. He didn't know what to do with his life anymore. Didn't have a job, didn't have any goal, any direction in his life. His body was feeble, he was thin, uh, slightly depressive, anyway, not in a good mood, so to speak. And the program lasted for 2 months, because we had meetings every week, and that's how we'll do it now, with one meeting every week for 11 weeks. After the program finished, I haven't seen him for some months, and now I met him on the street 2 months ago. He got a new job. His body was looking actually astonishing, because he'd started going to the gym and going running in the park and doing all the activities that we've all talked about during the program. He was far more optimistic. He had a new relationship with a girl that he really loved. And I didn't want to take all the credits for that, but I know the program works, and I've seen it on this one. It really changed him and the way he thought and the way he looked. And I thank God for that.
Yes, yeah. So when you do the workshops now, you're delivering this online. This is how you, so you know, we don't have to be in Romania to work with you.
Yes, I'm glad I found this method of getting in touch with other people, like the webinars, and now I can spread it all around the world. I don't have to go there to talk about it. And we're having meetings every week, starting October 29. Every Wednesday for those in America, and every Tuesday morning for those in Europe, because the time is different. That's why I'm saying this way. So every Wednesday for 11 weeks, we can meet online in these webinars and have a 1 hour and a half workshop with question and answers, with techniques and simple methods to transforming life. Yes, with this program. I can
Fantastic.
tell you the steps in short if you want, if we still have time.
We actually have run out of time, but
Oh,
where can we send people if they want to find out more about the program and to connect with you so they can find out more?
so you can find information on my website, which is called Soul Healing, and you also have a link at the right of this video
Yes.
where you can go and check the data for the program and all the information I have there, and subscribe and all that.
Perfect. So
Yes.
guys, if you're on the app, obviously it's the banner down here, and if you're watching online, it's the banner over here. And I encourage you to check out Christiana's website. This is an amazing program, and if you're feeling like you're out of sorts, you're a little bit lost, and you're not quite sure, you know, what direction to go to, this is something you can do from the comfort of your home with someone who has been doing this for quite some time and is really, really versed in this type of work. So, Christiana, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
I thank you for inviting me, and thank you for your work. I'm looking
Yeah, thank
forward to meeting you again. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Now, guys, I encourage you to share this video. You can do that by clicking the Facebook and the Twitter share buttons on this page. Also, download the app if you haven't done so already, so you can watch the shows on the go. And also make sure that you leave your email in the box on this page, because I would love to send you the Manifesting with the Masters video e-course. It's actually valued at $87, and I would love to send it to you for free. So until next time, remember to live large, choose courageously, and love without limits. We'll see you soon.